This is an improv vlog. It's an improv vlog here. You can tell it is because I have my mouth guard right there, right in plain sight and all that kind of thing. I went and picked some things up. I got some illustration pencils. I haven't illustrated anything meaningfully, sincerely, or with any actual patience and willpower or anything like that in a very long time. I'm gonna have some christening of this camper here. First off, it's gonna be rainy. Rainy. I see some spots that I have to get some more tape on for the awning cover and everything. You call it the awning cover or the awning itself? It's up to you. Unless you want to listen to how I say it, I'll just say it's an awning cover. It's a part of the awning. It's gonna rain all day. I'm gonna get these shoes off right now. These boots here, I'm getting into boot work pretty good and everything, where I'm doing it myself. It's kind of the way I do my tailoring, and also the way I do my music and everything else. So I have to do it using my own things, whiff-waffing with it and all that kind of thing. Just hope I didn't bring any fleas on me from that cat cluster, you know. But who's gonna say that that's not gonna happen? Take a moment here. Got jet lag. This idea of coming up to here and everything's still pretty new to me and everything. Sort of wearing it in, you know. Have a little bit of some fears being up here about finding out about anything I don't want to. Put these boots on. I have to reorder these. Give my mailman a real headache. Give me a mail person lady. Give me a mail lady person. Innocence itself, the playfulness of thought, is a conviction. To live in a world where I just want to go over that way. So that's what I did. That's what being up here is me going over that way. Except for I'm here right now. It's true, I'm going to get some rubber adhesive and get some bottoms on the bottom of these, because I don't know how anyone would want to walk around with them like this. It doesn't make any sense. But I need my feet to feel a bit cozy. Yeah, that's how I make my feet cozy. Just putting on cowboy boots. You'd think I'd have gangrene. It's not true. I'm gonna kind of get these to work with me here. They're new. I hope they pop in tight, because I know throughout time they'll wear out a bit. I have an answer to that. Should I just wear these with the tag on them still? For now. Who knows what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna do that. I'll keep the tag around. That little pin plastic thing on the inside of the tag would probably like cut against my skin or some crap. Gotta think ahead a bit here in this life, you know. It's gonna be a doozy today. This season has been awful. I don't appreciate this season. Everyone says appreciate being alive. I appreciate being alive. I want to be more alive, you know. You get in trouble being too alive. I'm in trouble with myself right now due to filming like this. I don't like that. I'm not supposed to have a smartphone in general, you know. Diving into the social media world, it's like made me more ostracized and lonely feeling. There. So the thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wear these in a bit. I'm going to look at my other pair of boots I have. I don't want to have too many pairs of cowboy boots. It's only two. Man of a family man that my grandfather knew. He went to like the Navy with or something like that. So school chum's father. School chum's father or grandfather. Grandfather would make more sense, but maybe he just had a really older father. And outside, he was giving away stuff. near the road of his house. When you go up where I go to all the swimming holes and everything that people know about now, and then they end up slipping and falling, and then there's come hazard areas, and then the areas get blocked off because people didn't know any better. I have a whole story about that. The internet breaking through places that used to be, you know, little hideaway spots and everything. There's a whole lot of stories regarding that. But I have to stay alive first to be able to tell any stories or anything. You go up past that area anyway. I saw a transformer there that was on fire the last storm we had where the electric went out. A tree had hit it and there was smoke coming out. There's some feller with a rather unattractive car filming it. So I assume they were already reporting it. Maybe they're just filming it though, I don't know. Pretty sure that area isn't up in flames right now and hasn't gotten to be so. That transformer was smoking. You drive up past there, across Main Street. Don't go on Main Street. There's another hill with some nice beautiful trees and a little nice spot. It looks like it'd be good to read a book at and everything. And you know, my school chum's dad or grandfather, aka my grandfather's friend, was giving stuff away, and there's these old boots. These nice old boots, and these things feel pretty good now until I put those rubber bottoms on them. Then they're going to be all heavy. That's alright. These things feel real comfortable now though. I got to take care of them. That other pair is about 6 years through and needing a little bit of some work. I think some of the nails came out because it feels like something's uneven in the mid of my left sole. The boots that I got for free from that feller, they were all slippery on the bottom. I did not know at the time or think at the time to purchase any rubber soles, you know, any grips to put on the bottom of or anything like that, because those things were nice. Those were all worn in and super worn in, or some kind of like you know, gum brown leather and everything, and they fit me. They're a pair of boots on the side of the road that fit me. I kept slipping around everywhere walking them. I don't know why it was in my brain to not figure that I could put bottoms on them, but whatever. What can you do? Anyway, these boots probably are a bit dry. Did these graphics on them. And then I sprayed over that with adhesive spray and everything, so those graphics there, and then put that up the backing. But now there's these things that are popping out and they catch my back of my heel every time. They did not make those very well. There's this thing that's popping out right there. It's supposed to be a sewing seal and everything. Oh, that didn't work very good for them. Who knows, you know, what the future of the bottoms of these are going to be like. They might wear down quickly. So that's the boots. I have a lot to say about boots. I don't know hardly anything about boots, and these are cheap ass boots, but I'm doing what I can with them anyway. I've gotten these ones. I had to send one pair back and pay shipping twice, but I got them on July 4th, and they were like, it covered what I paid back, I guess, you know, so. I only got them because they were on sale, though, and then I ended up paying like the full price for the thing, so that's a bummer. You know how many bummers I've ran into in the last 4 years? Like that Forester I bought. That's the story that you don't want to hear, because this is not my venting channel, not yet anyway. So I took this screwdriver and I replaced a incandescent light with an LED light. So that's an LED light. That's my head. This is the light. Look at that. Isn't that meaningful? Could you imagine me having longer sleeves that swayed down a bit? That'd be like a photo for some art, you know? Yeah, this rain, I guess I really hope that spot that I found out has black mold. Haha, out there. Yeah. I didn't even get the title for this thing signed over yet, because I'm trying to, I gotta pay gas money to get my root canal at the end of the month. I wish they could have a canceled date and get me in sooner for that. My aspirational attitudes might change just a little. 3 years of fucking effing pain. Anyway. Hey Lauren, do you stink still? Anyway. Yeah, so I'm just wondering how well these windows are gonna work for keeping the rain out if I have them open a bit, because I definitely need some air through here. I have my electric running out this one right here, and get my mouthpiece, and then my laptop here. These laptops that don't have built-in CD drives and they only have so many USB inserts are absolutely ridiculous, especially if they don't have a memory card insert. But I needed to get what I could get, and I got what I could get with 32 gigabytes of RAM, I guess, right? So I have to set some things up so I can put this down, phone down. I don't know what you want. What do you want me to use? Use that old 18 or so year old wallpaper. I'd like to take this video and cut it down to segments, because we're talking subjects here, you know. But you know, I need a manager one day, but who's gonna manage me? But I took that really old wallpaper and I stuck some stuff down that I found from my grandmother, which is this. You don't like it, I can tell, but it doesn't matter. It's not your camper, it's my camper. I like it. It reminds me of my grandma. One thing I wish I had, and I probably could somehow get sometime, is outdoor light. It's a pretty nice viewpoint, pretty nice view out there. I guess I'll use this green tea as a tripod or whatever. A lean-to is what I call it. Got this USB cable. So you want to do with lighting, I gotta be mindful about the electric price and all that too, so that seems about alright. Look at me, I look like a freaking hobo. That's nice. Isn't that great? Anyway, to hire some supermodel that has plastic surgery to do the videos that I do, so that I'll actually get through to people here. She'll say something. Anyway, USB-C, I got that for my Zoom recorder, and I'm going to try to use that as a USB recorder to my laptop, and maybe do some sample videos of how that sounds. I thought about doing like video reviews and everything for basically, not for the, what happened to YouTube is everything's like, so hi guys, my name is Jaden, and today I'm gonna review, I'm gonna review, it's like, yeah, you're gonna love this one. You can get your Lego app and play Legos on this app for 8 hours. Yeah, my reviews are, I'm not nothing against Jaden or whatever, but anyway. So, don't let me get too relaxed here. Yeah, my reviews are going to be for people that are begrudgingly participating in poetry and they're fans of the band Motorhead. I guess I'm filling that space there of doing reviews of certain things, I guess, how I choose to do so. Really making people upset out of the fact that I exist, even though it's not really hurting their own lives so much, you know, but I don't know. I'm starting to get somewhere with some illustrations and everything. It's been so long, but there's a certain style. You find your own style when you do art and everything like that. It's pretty nice, you know, to have that happen. But I look back at a lot of it, and a lot of things were just pop art without trying to be and everything, and I feel glad I've grown out of that, but in order to grow out of stuff like that, you have to gain talent and everything like that, and that's really annoying to do. So you have to practice doing things you don't want to do. Like, I don't know anything in the world about, like, shading and the faculty of, like, sunlight and which direction it's supposed to go in art. So it's like, do I learn that, or do I just skip out of that, make some sort of excuse, you know, for not learning it in the first place? But since I was going to do a christening of this area, I had some sage or whatever I had plucked from the railroad tracks area. There was tons and tons and tons of it, endless amounts. I was just going like this constantly. You can go like this constantly and get things, and you go like that constantly with like catnip also, which is exciting and fun. If you get it all stuck all over you, you get tackled by cats constantly. So say that I know what I'm doing with what I'm doing and everything. If that's possible at all. I need some dishes that I can have stuff burning on. That's possible. Basically, I'm gonna sage out the area that I was healing up that black mold rot. It smells like a mixture of the mold that smells like it's spicy. I guess mustiness was the proper description for that. And I'm hoping it dries up. We'll see now. Again, with this rain all day, if that spot I patched the roof at actually went through thoroughly and successfully. I have my sage here. It's sage, don't worry. It's been about 2 years or so since I've smoked cannabis. The only thing I do when I smoke cannabis, anyway, when I had, is I'd be like by the creek and I'd be over focusing over what rock I was hopping over and realizing like, oh, I'd be having a lot more fun right now. I didn't just do that. I just want to be active. So then I drink coffee usually. Just drink a lot of coffee if I have to just take a few smokeroos of cannabis, but I really don't smoke. So the thing is that I have tobacco growing, and I'm gonna see about that. This is part of the old story, the whole old story and everything, but I accidentally grew the wrapping to tobacco before I actually grew the smokable part. So I had all this like wrap for it, whatever genium you want to call it. Everyone can correct me and be an arsehole and post and everything. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I do not look at things on YouTube. I do not look at the comments. I don't look at the views. I try to cover up the upvote and downvote thing. Because once I had something accidentally get all hip or whatever, and it was me playing like 50 seconds of my guitar. I called it like brass or something like that. And all these people that want people like me to not exist anymore. Hey, a lot of funding goes into that, doesn't it? I live right in one of those towns that wants people like me to not exist anymore. It's really sucky. It's really sucky. Because I just want to play some shows and stuff like that. I'm going to make an article on my website about that, by the way, too, about being a completely independent, ostracized musician that's not really harming anybody by doing anything, but gets a lot of hate from people that go to college and get taught to hate people like me. Guess what? The pendulum's going to swing. Guess what? I'll outlive you and your venues and all that. But that's a diatribe. So I got this sage, and I'm going to put it in that area and really hope that that's staying dry, because I put Eternabond tape down, and then I had some liquid, what's it called? Flex Seal. There's a whole story of me picking that up too when it was on sale, half off. So I have a whole other gallon of it, I believe, which I'm I'll tell you about that roof part later, I guess, really. But I'm gonna see if I can do something with getting it to smell a little better, where it smells like duct tape and remnants of that dust, must, mold, all that. So, oh yeah, I remember this smell. I haven't smelled this stuff in a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna get even more of this. Pretend like I'm good at lighting it, really. I'll get there with it. It's a good enough go. I guess you can come with me. You kind of have to at this point. Yeah, I don't know how people can wear boots like with these. I know they scratch in and everything, but yeah. Watch your knees hitting cords and all that. And that does not stay lit. I have always had problems with that actually staying lit, though. That's sage. Whatever. I'll just come and light it again in a few. I mean, I smell like it pretty bad now. And I got an apple. I got an apple here. I haven't really turned the burner on yet in here. Yeah. One of my cats snuck out before I did all of this. I was gonna do 2 of these anyway, though. Dune buggy snuck out. That's a story. It's a one-eyed Marmalot cat. Looks like a Manule. Looks like a Manule cat. She's got one eyeball. If you mix two of my cats together, they'd look like a Manule. These probably aren't prepped to burn. They're actually not even that dry right now. I could dry them a bit better before I do this, but what are you gonna do? It's got some smoke going. That's fine. These colored pencils keep losing themselves on me. So yeah, they had Wi-Fi set up through here and everything. This thing's not going to upload to Instagram because I have been getting these limits and everything like that, but I'll upload this somewhere else on YouTube. My least favorite place on the internet. I'll tell you these tales about the old internet. These are some colored pencils. Emerald is the color, and Sioux color is the pencil. They were on sale, and they didn't seem much different than this other, it wasn't Castle Arts, but can't you just say Castle? Let's just see how these might go. Are they okay? Can I see what I'm writing? No? Can you? Maybe. Maybe you can. Maybe. It's possible. So are they okay? Are they going to do some of the stuff I want them to? This is my big test, is seeing what they do when I wet my finger down. I like to blend using my spit, because I think of you and it makes me want to spit. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I think about that, honestly, but they're usable. Anyway, so my feet fit under the couch here, and it's a fold-out couch too. I found that out recently. It's nice to learn good surprises too, not just black mold hiding in the corners that are just the most terrifying thing you've ever experienced in your life when you took a risk to get something to reside in and get your life better. It's a black mold in the corner that you dug out and sprayed concrobium very liberally across. But anyway, that's a couch. And I can hook my feet underneath there and do sit-ups, which is nice. It's nice to have a brace when you do sit-ups. How the hell are you going to do sit-ups otherwise? Some people have their ways of finding out, but I'll be happier to smell that burning incense rather than the duct tape mixed with the musty residue of black mold. I don't have any running water up here yet, so that's fun. I can get water and bring it up and then figure out what to do with it, you know, which is a little less fun, but so that's it. That's like what's been going on so far. It's gonna rain all day, and hopefully my camper won't flood out and have the jacks give out from underneath, and I'll end up being at I won't tip all the way, but it'll just be some meager thing like this where everything comes sliding to whatever side. So that'd be nice to not have that happen, because I plan to create in here and write. I have writing missions and everything. My one writing mission is basically going to be about the experiences of having lived in this town and basically been gaslit to such an extremity that makes me volatile and have social disparity and everything like that. And I'm being replaced by these like gentrifier types, where if they ever heard this or whatever, they'd have a sour fit about it. But I still like to have fun in life. When I grew up here, I have a lot of memories of stories that these gentrifiers are trying to replace and everything like that. And these are the ones that are all going wailing off the edges of all the swimming spots around here, you know. And they get mad about it. I don't know. Well, anyway, though, yeah. But that one thing to continue about these boots that I'm going to do to get them to fit better is I'm going to unseam the whole way up through here and put a zipper in, and try to be careful about doing that. The leather got rather soft on my other pair of these boots and everything. I still wear them to this day, though, those other boots. It's just that one part where the nail part had come undone. It feels weird on the left foot. whatever. I like tailoring and leather work and all that sort of thing though, so, you know, it's fun. It was a much simpler process to get this Wi-Fi installed here by getting the cables set up. We had one of those, you know, boxes on the side of the road, and they installed them every so often up the whole road, you know, and the idea that if the property ever changes or anything around here, or any insulting idea they had like that, but I was able to run one to this camper since the other reception going on was something that I couldn't pick up towards. Like, I couldn't get a signal, and I was supposed to get like a really, really long Ethernet cable and run it under the ground or something. That didn't make too much sense to me, because from what I understand, the longer Ethernet cable you have, the less of a sturdy signal you'll get and all that. So I had a box put into the barn, and then another cable that runs around the main box, the green box, the one that the origin starts at, and then like kind of like a receptor box, and then the rest of the cable runs from that to the camper, and I didn't have to drink that boo boo da boo ha mama da boo 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 ha 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 hoo hoo. What was that Sonic song? I won't play it because I actually had a video where I played one of the groupie songs in the background called Primitive, and I had a copyright claim. Hey YouTube, you're just like my little town around here. You're like a mosquito that follows me around constantly, and when I swat at it finally, it's been sucking my blood for so long, and a big plow goes everywhere. That's YouTube, and that's this town. Thank you. I'm still alive. But I didn't have to drill into the camper at all to get the cable in, which was nice. I actually had a satellite receiver. I thought it was just for actually like satellite television and nothing more, but apparently the internet connection that goes to the modem and the router works that way. So no holes. Sweet. Nice. I had to do that with a house. They dug a hole right through the house. Put insulation foam around it and everything, so. Ideally, my other aspect of christening this, and I don't want to call it a camper, it's supposed to be a home, but I don't really consider it a home, but it's a place to be anyway, until I figure some more stuff out. I'd like to just move out of the state and find somewhere where I could play a lot of music, have some fun, actually take my ideas and get grants for things that I want to do. This town, you'll hear all about it. I'm at the point where I'm okay talking about all the things I've seen, how it's changed and everything like that. Let the gentrifier wannabe rioters or whatever get mad at me. You guys don't listen to World Inferno Friendship Society, you know. You don't care about crass. You're just a bunch of boneheads. You don't like me, well, I don't like you people anymore either. Not you, the viewer. I mean, I don't know who you are. Maybe I'll get along with you alright. That's fine. Cheers to you. You know, let's come play some tunes or something, film some documentaries, and do all that kind of stuff. Don't be a meth head. Don't be a opioid fanatic. Please, 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 please let me meet some people that agree with my ideas, that aren't like 2 seconds away from nearly dying. This is this time to say I want a woodblock player and a percussionist that's not doing typical percussion styles, and a keyboard player / vibraphone player to do some stuff over sounds that I have, like the Daredevil, Dance of the Gutter Snipes, Creature Closet, Hollywood and the Real World, Myrna Loy. I don't know. I have a batch of songs that are like lullaby kind of sounding things and everything, and I'm proud of those, and I'm happy with those. I listen to some things and I'm like, you know, but as you tune into an atmosphere, every once in a while you can actually like escape this modern world of like traumatic financial severity and artificial attitudes and all that kind of thing, and do something you know you're meant to from the heart of your soul and everything. I've done that, and then I asked to play Porch Fest, and nobody said anything at all. So then I took those banners in front of everyone's yard and everything, I plucked one out and I stuffed them right into their faces. And then they say, oh, those words, those weren't meant for you. I said, yeah, some heart you people have around here. You stinky farting weirdos. Regardless, though, I have some stuff I need to put in my fridge. I'm not keeping my fridge turned on though, but I got soup. I have soup. If you've ever tried this before, it'll make you cry in a good way. It's really fun to try it. Well, I'm not going to do my coffee. I'm going to just lay back and think about some things I need to get done and all that kind of stuff. That's my video. That's me getting up to my camper here on a really, really rainy day. And I'm going to bring one of my cats up here and let them hang out, I suppose, explore, see if they get sour and start crying too early or whatever. But I think I might bring Tiberius up here. He's one of the friendliest cats I've ever seen. He's one of the friendliest cats that there ever is. And he gets hit in the nose constantly. And his father tries to beat him. The father cat goes around trying to like R everything and F everything up and F everything and R and F everything. It's kind of a nightmare. It's kind of a situation, really. But I have this light up here and I don't know how to get to it. I'm assuming it unwinds somehow, but I don't want to rip it right from its fixtures, so I'll have to just look up those sort of lights and see if there's a way to remove it out so I can change the bulb. There's that one, and then that one over there. And then I'll have most of these switched to LED, and it did in fact take the converter fan and not ant it to come on and everything, so. Cross your fingers that my ceiling for that roof corner over there actually worked, because I'm going to be screwed if it didn't. Like, if that Eternabond tape and then that Flex Seal liquid rubber didn't do what it was supposed to, I don't know how I'll salvage it, because I got it to be what looked like it was dry after spraying it with concrobium, and then taking insulation foam and spraying getting as much coverage as I possibly could up into that new hideaway area that was supposed to be wood. There's no more wood, just wood that looked like it was burnt and smelled like the worst black mold. You could just pull it right out, and it was sawdust, and I tried sticking a vacuum up into there and sucking as much of it out. But if I do anything at all from this point, I'd have to slice into the top of the roof where the liquid rubber is and where the Eternabond tape is, start a new hole, pull out anything from that point that I can, and then fill it with spray foam insulation, and then do the Eternabond again and the Flex Seal liquid rubber again, which means buying another thing of Eternabond, even doing it at the cheapest. Can I get a grant from this town and say I'm going to buy like $40,000 worth of colored pencils and then take like $28 and get some tape for that, so that my ceiling is a ceiling, because I spent a long time looking for a camper. I asked a lot of different people, needed to get it transported, and that was a huge thing, having it transported. One of these ones I was going to drive about 6 hours away and run a U-Haul and everything, and then I couldn't get enough sleep before doing it, and it just didn't seem like the idea getting one from that far away, so I went about an hour away for this one, maybe a little under an hour. Anyhow, the wallpaper's up, the sage is burning. Well, it's not burning anymore. That sage does not keep burning, not like an incense does or anything, but I'll keep relighting it anyway, and work on more of what I can in here. And the next thing is just getting my laptop set up. I'm using very old programs. I'm using Cool Edit Pro 2.1, Adobe Audition 3.1 or 3.0.1, and Reaper, the latest version of Reaper that I could find. Reaper, which isn't so old compared to the other ones, but if I get anything worthy of recording, I'll go through the process. But I've already done that like 14 years ago at this point, or whenever 2012 was. I don't know, more or less. I don't want to do the math. I don't think about years. There was so much footage of all that stuff I recorded, but then none of that went anywhere with anything. Like, none of the stations would play anything around here, and all these groups you have to be in with, and it's still like that. I started to play a little bit and everything, but me in this town, it just is not meant to be. I need somewhere that's less delusional. I don't care if they hear me say that they're delusional. I think they're really delusional, and their music doesn't make me very much have too much fun at all. I kind of feel more like the Sonics kind of person. I have this blithering, fastidious energy within me that it doesn't want to play like death metal. I don't want to play like really like electric guitar driven music because everyone can do is doing that already. I like adding electric guitar definitely for like leads and everything. Get like a you know but I don't really want it to be really crunchy. I want it to be more reverbed and smooth sounding and heavy too. You know, not heavy metal, but like heavy, bringing a solo through and then having the acoustic backdrop. I like hollow sounds and reverbed spaces is what I very much like. And you know, with a tabla and a cajon and all that kind of stuff, and get kind of rhythm into it and everything, but then definitely having like the rock and roll feeling into it too. Like I said, I never chose it. It chose me. I didn't. A lot of people choose this thing, and I don't know what's wrong with them for trying to choose something like rock and roll. I don't know why you'd go and do that. It chose me because there's no other way to do it really. But when you're competing against the community and they don't give you have to fight. Like what I'm doing is getting enough energy left to have a fight again, to do what I do and make my own place for what I'm doing. But dealing with life itself, which involves living and staying alive and getting this shit through finally, it's been like living in hell, and that hasn't been very fun. And living in a town where you're living in hell and everyone's just like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Well, if you don't like it, do that. It says, because my parents didn't buy my own house for me and doesn't pay everything for me all my life and everything, or teach me how to invest and get grants all the time. So maybe actually help me. No, that's too much. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. Whoa. Draw the line there. Help you. Whoa, man. I'll stop that conversation there, but plenty of experiences from things I've seen in that regard of this massively brain-witted collegiate town full of walking, living geniuses, I say. Anyhow. So I'm going to get to doing what I'm doing. It's time for this soup to go in the fridge. Not that I'm going to freeze it. It's just being stored there. It's a nice place to put things. Alright. So you can go first. There's the end of the video.